Hey kiddo. It is March the 19th, I think. Let me look on my phone. March 21st. It's Sunday. Friday was an interesting day. I got the go-ahead to go home. So I got discharged and I was going to have Baba come get me. But we could not find a rental car anywhere. I couldn't even find a rental car to go ahead and drive myself home. Not that I was really well enough to do that, but I was going to try at least. And if anything had happened, I would have just pulled over and either napped or stopped at a hotel on the way home and stayed a night that way. But instead, I ended up figuring out that I could get a bus ticket from Nashville to Huntsville, and Chris came and picked me up, so I got home pretty late that night. By the time I got home and in bed and trying to relax, I think it was close to 1:30 in the morning the next day, Saturday. So then Saturday, I woke up and I called the pharmacy and I had them deliver the prescription that we were having them try to deliver the day that I went inpatient, which was Tuesday. I don't know if you remember or not, but they called me and said when we were almost to the highway with Nicole that they were there and they wanted somebody to open the door, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm on my way to Vanderbilt. I'm sorry. I had totally forgotten about it. Not only that, but since we had gotten a ride with Nicole, I definitely needed more than just that round of antibiotics, come to find out. So I'm glad Nicole went ahead and brought me, I should say. Sorry, trying to get it so my shakiness isn't affecting the camera angle. And then, let's see, Saturday, and then, that was the morning time, and then in the afternoon, Chris was out and about, and I asked him to pick me up some tummy medicine at the pharmacy, and he did, and he brought that to me. And then he also moved the pots out front, and I tried to clean up the porch a little bit. I couldn't do much, but I wanted to try to make it look a little bit better than we left it. So I did that. And then I had 2 decent meals yesterday. I had a tuna sandwich with cheese and some SpaghettiOs, and I had my tuna sandwich on toast. That was yummy. I was going to get Cinestics, or I was trying to get Trapper-Chris, you know who I'm talking about, to get us some Cinestics, or not us, me, or well, me and your favorite 4-part buddy, some Cinestics, but when he got there, it was on a 45-minute wait to get some Cinestics, so I just told him to forget about it, because normally, they take like 10 minutes to cook, so they were like way busy. So he went ahead and got me some more distilled water for my home oxygen tank, which is good. I have been using that quite a bit since I've been home, but it makes me not cough as much when I'm up and around doing things. So if I'm going to like make myself something to eat, or if I'm trying to do a load of laundry or get up to put little one out, like, I think it's healthiest for me not to be coughing and hacking to the point that I can't walk and I'm going to fall over and all that fun stuff. So hopefully here in a few days I'll be able to come get you from Nicole's house. Today's Sunday. I just had my first meal of the day. I woke up, I think about 11:30 this morning. And I had some Ritz crackers. Those were good. These kind of Ritz crackers. I ate 5 of them. And then finally I got hungry enough to actually want to go cook something. So I laid here thinking about what I was going to cook for a little while. And then I went ahead and just reheated the noodles I made last night. And made myself another small cheeseburger, because that was really good last night. It was good again today. That meat that I got from Walmart before we left for the hospital was still good in the fridge, so I'm using that up. The fridge is back down to a nice cold temperature again, so that's another reason why that meat was so good, which I was happy about, because That meat has a really good flavor. So now I'm just watching something on Amazon. He's gone OUT twice today so far. I've got a load of laundry in the washer. A load of laundry in the dryer. I put the dishes to soak yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to get to doing the dishes today. We'll see. I'm a lot junkier than I was yesterday. Or at least I feel like I'm a lot junkier than I was yesterday. But then again, I also took my prednisone at different times than I did yesterday and today. So we'll just go out and see how it goes. I've already messaged Dr. Imes and said that I'm not going to make tomorrow's appointment because I'm not strong enough. I just not. I haven't even went to Dollar General. So I definitely don't want to try to make that trek. And that's another reason why you're not home yet either, is because I am not able to come get you yet. I'm thinking in 3 or 4 days, if I'm still not up to the drive, I'm going to have Papa rent a car out there and bring you back that way. And then maybe he can help me try to tidy up the house a little bit before he leaves, especially if I'm not strong enough to do it myself. So far, you've been doing really good on your schoolwork with Nicole, which is really good. That's a relief. Make sure you study hard so you're not stuck in the same situations that I have been financially, because if you study hard and get a good job, you'll be able to own your own home someday, have a whole bunch of little kiddos if you want them, and I hope they're as beautiful as you are, inside and out. I wish I could see them. But I will be. I'll look down from heaven. I know I don't see why God wouldn't let us do that. So yeah. I don't care what you become. If you become a burger flipper and that's your passion, flip burgers. If your passion is going to be a doctor, go be a doctor. If your passion is accounting, since you're good with math and money, do accounting. Just make sure you're happy with what you're doing. That's the biggest thing. Just like when we go DD together, like, we're usually pretty happy doing it together. I asked Nicole over the weekend if she could try to figure out some things that you want to do with me before the end, because it worries me that you're always telling me that we never spend time together. Because being a parent, especially during the COVID crisis and you being still homeschooled, which I like that we're able to spend all our time together. And I feel like we're spending all our time together, but you don't feel like we're spending all our time together. So I'm hoping that we can figure out what you need from me when I'm still here as much as possible, to make you really be able to get those memories and those moments that you'll remember now that I'm gone. I loved our Pennsylvania and Boston trip. It was so fun to watch you out the hotel window playing in the snow. It was fun to play in the snow with you for that little while. I know you wanted it to last longer, and I'm sorry it didn't. But I had fun out there when we did our little snowball fight. And I love the snowman we made together. That was awesome. That was the first snowman I've ever made. Me and you, I think one year here, tried to make a little snowman, but it didn't really work well. And then when we got home, the snow had kind of followed us home because we had enough snow to make our snow chairs. That was fun. We went out and sat in those a couple of times. That was neat. I liked your creativity when we couldn't figure out how to get the middle ball on top of the big ball on the bottom because it was way too heavy. So you're like, well, let's just make snow seats. So I honestly didn't think they'd work. I thought that once we sat on them, that they would just crumble beneath us and we'd both be on our butts and even lower in the snow than in our snow chairs, but they worked. It was awesome. I hope you keep up with that creativity and don't let people talk you out of it. Because I know it's just a snow seat when you're 9, but who knows? Maybe someday you will find the cure to cancer and other families won't have to go through what we had to go through. Or maybe you'll find a way to, if it's not cure cancer, figure out some way to make it easier on the loved ones left behind. I don't know. I just hope you do whatever you do in life, that you're happy and that you're well educated. Even if, like I said, even if you're a burger flipper for the rest of your life, I'm fine with that. But I still want you to have some kind of a degree, because a degree is important in life. They can never take away your smarts. Illness can. Like with me. Sometimes I seem stupid to you. But, and sometimes my memory is bad. So I do feel stupid sometimes, to be honest with you. But just as long as illness doesn't get in there and make your memory funny, they can never take away what you have learned. Nobody can. And even though cancer is taking my body away from me, cancer will never take the love I have away from me that I have for you. There's no way. I would not be doing the stuff I'm doing now and the stuff that I did the last few weeks to or for anyone else but you. And I love you. And it's not your fault that I'm sick now. And it's not your fault that I got sick to begin with. I'm just so blessed that I have known you for however long I will be around for, because you are a beautiful human being. God has blessed me with you. And my biggest fear when I pass away, that you're going to turn away from God and never go back. And I understand you will be mad at God for bringing me home when He brings me home. But I just pray that anger doesn't last long. Because God has given me such peace in this whole thing. And my prayer life has changed so much. I don't know if you remember the song by, who is it by? I'm Gonna See a Victory is the name of the song. I can't remember who it's by right now. But it's, I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. And when I first heard that song, probably about maybe 6 months ago now, I had all the faith in the world that God was going to cure me. And that we were going to be here. And I was going to be here and be able to see you have babies and maybe even their babies to have babies. That God was going to cure my cancer. And over the last 6 months or so, my prayer life has changed quite a bit, because I now know that my victory is not going to be here on this earth. It will be when He calls me home. I won't have to suffer with the cancer. I won't have all the suffering that I've had my whole life between the cerebral palsy and the arthritis and now the lung cancer. And before the lung cancer, I had bad lungs to begin with. So that's going to be my victory. And I know that it's going to be one of the, or maybe even the hardest day of your life when I pass away. But I want you to know that I know that I'm going to heaven. God has given me that peace. I have no doubt that. I was talking to Carol on Facebook today, Ruby and Buster's daughter, and I said, I have no doubt that when I get to heaven, my Nana will be there with her arms open, as crazy as she was on earth. And Ruby and Buster will be there waiting for me too. And who knows, maybe my biological father will be there. I honestly don't know, because God does say in the Bible that you will be surprised who's in heaven when you get there. So I hope He's there. in reality, do I think he's there? Probably not. But maybe he never reached the age of accountability like the Bible says, and you'll understand that later on in life. But I will be in good hands when I go to heaven. And I will be there waiting for you someday. Hopefully not anytime soon, as much as I want you to be with me at all times, but I want you to live a nice, long, happy life on earth. And then, when it's God's time, when you're a little old lady, like the age of my Nana, like 90 years old, you'll be brought home to heaven too, and you'll once again be with me. And that will be a huge blessing. I love you, and I will always love you. And I will not forget you when I'm in heaven. I don't want you to think that the people that go to heaven forget, because I don't see why God would do that to us. He gave us the people that He gave us in the world for a reason. So, that's that. I'm going to try to record some of your favorite kids' books, so you'll have them to listen to at night when you're missing me, when I'm gone. I know that the first two I'm planning on recording are going to be very hard for me to read and for you to hear for the first few times, because they were our favorite books. And I'm also planning on trying to do some prayers on here as well. So when you're missing me at night, and when you're afraid of the dark, or whatever else might come up that the devil might hurt you with, that we'll do a little prayer together. And you can play it anytime that you're able to. I don't see why Nicole would put any restrictions on it. Because if you're waking up in the middle of the night and wanting to hear my voice, I don't see her making it so you can't pull up the prayer video to try to make you go back to sleep. So, I don't know, I guess just as long as you're not in the middle of an exam at school where it's not allowed, I think you'll be able to pull me up. Which is an awesome part about the new technology. So yeah, I'm hoping to get those done. I'm hoping maybe today or tomorrow. I don't know how. I guess I'll have to read the page, and then flip the book around like this so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it. I love you, and I'm going to try to do more recording when you're not here. And I'm going to try to do more recording when you are... Ooh, pardon me. Sorry, that was gross. Even when you are here, and got you a surprise coming in this week. It's probably going to be here before you're here. I bought you a hoverboard. I know you're very... I don't know if you're necessarily jealous, but I know that you really want one now that you have played on Sarah's and Abby's. So I went ahead and ordered that for you when I was in the hospital. So I'm sure you'll be out hovering quite a bit. And I'll be able to do, even if they're not long clips like this one, you'll at least get a couple minutes hopefully every day, just so you'll have more time with me as much as possible. I know it's not with me, but you can see my face. You can see how I'm doing as of the day that I record. And just remember how much I love you. Don't ever forget how much I loved you.